Hi, this is Drew. The purpose of this video is to look at how to set up your notification options for our Needles integrated customers. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go down here to the Needles utility, click that button, which will open your Needles utility in a separate tab. Now I've already gone down here to the notifications section of the Needles utility, and this is where you'll set up all of your notification options. So let me run through a couple different scenarios of how you can set this up. So let's say our client is equal to Y. And then we're going to add a notification. And what you need to ask yourself at this point is, do you want to notify a specific email address that you determine now at the time of creating the notification? Or do you want to notify a staff position, which is a dynamic email address based on the properties of that case? So I'll run through both options with you. And so let me just go ahead and do a specific email address. So I'm going to go ahead and set that. And now I have a notification set up, and we're going to call this, we need to name our notification, our client notify Drew's email. So we save that. So that now that notification is saved, and anytime a client sends in a text message, it would notify my email. Now I'm going to go ahead and clear this and start over. And let's do another one. Let's do something a little bit different. This time, let's say anytime someone messages in from a class code COW, and then we're going to set the notification up to go to a staff position. And so now I'm going to choose staff position 2, which in this particular notification, anytime someone messages in with this particular class code, it's going to notify the staff member that is saved in staff position 2. It's important that if you use this type of notification option, that all of your staff has their email address saved in their preferences in their Needles account. That is the only way that we'll be able to get their email address and to send them a notification. So let me go ahead and save this. COW notify staff 2. So we save that option. Now, let's say in the event that your Needles account does not have anyone in staff 2, or the person in staff 2 does not have an email address, we still want to send a notification to somebody. We don't want that text message just to be lost. And so in that event, we give you these options over here in your Needles settings. And the option that I want to talk about is this second one, which says, this second checkbox in settings that says, notify me if a new message does not meet any of my Needles filters. And then you can put an email address in that box and save it. And so what that's saying is, if you create a bunch of filters or any number of filters, 1 or 2 or 10, if you create filters to capture those Needles notifications and send them to the relevant case managers, if someone text messages in that doesn't meet any of those filters, then by default, we want to send that message to somebody. And this setting gives you an option to determine what email address should get that notification if it doesn't meet any of your filters. Now, this email address will also get a notification if, like I mentioned earlier, because of one of the notifications you set up, let's say you set it up to notify staff 2, but staff 2 was empty, or staff 2 did not have an email address set up in their preferences. In that case, we are going to notify this email address, which is set up as the default. So that's how you set up Needles notifications for your account. It can be as simple or as complex as you like. Our goal is to make sure that the text messages always get to the appropriate person that can handle that client. Please let me know if you have any questions or I can help in any way. Thanks. Have a good day.